Welcome everyone, Joe with ECRM, and I'm here at the Center Store Grocery Sessions in Chicago, and with me is Sophia Karbowski with realsy, and we actually met at one of the startup CPG functions in New York last month, I think it was, and she happens to be a premium member and is doing ECRM session meetings for the first time. So we're going to talk a little bit about her experience with that meeting or with those meetings. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about your company and the products.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Joe. So my brand is called realsy, REALSY, and our company is a nutritious, our product line is a nutritious line of medjool dates filled with nut butters. Here is our first main SKU. So this one has its whole medjool dates, 3 inside each snack pack. This one has dates filled with nut butters, and this one with peanut butter. This one has dates filled with almond butter, and this is dates with peanut butter and unsweetened cacao inside.
Well, I love the packaging,
Yeah.
and I've tried them, and they're amazing. How do you get the nut butter in the dates? Because I was always curious about that.
We actually, it's actually not easy. Like it took us a while. Like we had this product launch under a different brand name a year ago, and we've kind of rebranded. And along with that, we've redone the whole supply chain and the whole system of filling the dates. And we partner directly with our farmers now. So the dates are actually harvested, filled, and packaged on the date farm itself, family-run date farm that has a ton of capacity. So it's a really cool partnership now. And yeah, but if I told you exactly how we did it, we would have to crop this video.
Yeah, we can't give away the trade secrets.
Yeah, we can't give away the trade secrets.
But and talk a little bit about the farm itself, because I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, so the date farm we partner with, it's family run, and they harvest 2 million pounds of dates a year, and they employ 80% working moms. So it's a really cool partnership. And then we actually partner with the peanut farmer as well, and have roasted the peanuts with him to create our special nut butter.
So you got a good little backstory too, which is interesting because as you guys probably saw, I just interviewed Nielsen IQ about their roundtable. And one of the things that he said was important for emerging brands is to really focus on their story and how they differentiate. So you have a great backstory for that.
And for us too, it's important because we want to know where all the ingredients are coming from, and we want to know how things are sourced. And I think consumers are putting in bigger emphasis on that, on sourcing clean, natural ingredients, which is what is all inside of here.
Yep, and tell everybody about where you're distributed, because you have some I know you're in New York a little bit at some places.
Yeah. So in New York, we are actually in Gregory's Coffee and Juice Press. Juice Press, they're in other cities too, but that's where they're both based. And we kill it at those types of non-traditional outlets like juice bars and coffee chains. And then in Texas, we're in Central Market. We're about to relaunch Fresh Time in the produce set, because our focus really is that this is a produce focused snack, kind of like a convenient twist, making produce more convenient for on the go. And we're in Sunset Foods, which is near where we are now. And a handful, and we just launched in Straub's, but a handful of other retailers across the country.
Awesome. And now you have an opportunity to get into more. So
exactly.
As I mentioned, Sophia's doing meetings here at the session. So you've had one already, and tell us about your experience, especially coming here, dealing with our people, and seeing the way this process works.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's cool, to be honest, because you go to these huge expos and whatnot, and you have nothing. Maybe you have a booth, or maybe you're just walking, but nothing is scheduled. There's no guarantee you're going to meet with anyone. To get in front of buyers who are running, buying for brands this big, that some of them that attend ECRM is huge. And you literally have a room just with them face to face. And it's not intimidating or scary for small brands. It's cool because we're just talking like people, but when it would probably be a long time before I could get in front of those bigger brands on my own. So it's awesome that ECRM kind of connects us based on what we're both kind of mutually looking for.
Yep, actually, and you nailed it. That's the whole thing, is relevant meetings. We want to make sure, we check out the products, we check out the capability of the brands, and then we match that up against the needs and objectives of the category buyers that are here. And obviously, the only people that are here are the buyers for the specific categories
Right.
that the sessions are going on, which is beverage, snack, coffee, tea, and cocoa. I think a couple of other center store categories. So, and then you also, because everybody's in one location and everything's together, you end up bumping into other people that are not on your schedule, and you had some great conversations in that way too.
Yeah, exactly. Purposefully bumping into some other buyers that you might see just sitting next to you, also just getting some other work done, maybe like in between their meetings, catching up on things. And they're here and they've spent time and money to get here, so they're not. It's kind of nice. Like you can just give them some samples, and maybe they'll be grateful that they kind of got another little. They got to try another thing while they were here.
And you already got one follow-up, at least from one of them, in front of me.
Yeah,
so
I did.
That's awesome.
Thanks to Joe.
No problem. Well, we're glad to have you here, and then we'll both be heading to the Startup CPG thing later on this afternoon. So good luck on the rest of your meetings.
Thank you.
And how can everybody find your company?
Yeah, so mostly on Instagram at Eat Realsy.
Eat Realsy, and then the website is?
And then eatrealsy.com is where you can see more updates, learn more about our farmers, and order Realsy to your house.
All right. Well, check it out. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Joe.